Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Baby B. Thanks for kicking it with me. How you all doing? Yes, today we are doing it a little bit differently. We are doing freestyle camera today. I just put down together this little list where I'm going to go over the Game Awards. The other day I went over the pre-show. Now I'm getting ready to go over what went down in the Game Awards, what we saw, and then the last video that I'm going to do on Saturday has to do with what my hype moments were for the Game Awards. That video is going to be a little bit more in-depth. Here I have about 18 games that I want to go over, so I'm going to go over them a little bit quicker, but I do want to give a little bit detail of each one and what I thought about them. So let's start off the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley does a great job at putting this show together year after year, and I have to commend the man for starting something from scratch that many people said couldn't be done because video games weren't as popular as other platforms. Well, I'm here to say that I am happy to announce that video games are here and they are here to stay. Video games are the new medium. I've been saying this for years. Video games are the new medium, and they are what is going to be, going forward, considered some of the top art. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see the stories that come out. I'm excited to see what developers do, and I'm excited what we can do with this new platform. So as a storyteller, someone who does media, movies, television, that kind of thing, this really excites me because video games are a passion of mine too. I would love to write a story that's so inclusive and involving, that really pushes the boundaries that you can't tell elsewhere. And I think that's what we get with video games. So we got the Video Game Awards. We had some awesome moments with some awesome choirs and bands and some reveals, and I really want to talk about the reveals. Briefly, I'm going to mention, I didn't like how short the award time were for each speaker. They just came up, gave a short little speech, and then it was back to, going sitting down. However, I think what the Video Game Awards does so much better than the Oscars in Hollywood is that it gives people a reason to sit around. It's not just a table where everyone's sitting around patting each other on the back. They're innovating. They're showing their new ideas. They're showcasing what they have next. And it really brings the community and the people together. Hollywood could take some hints from that, some clues. So I'm really excited to go over this with you guys and see what your all's thoughts were. Let's jump into it. All right, so number one, right out the bat, they hit us with a big one, Wonder Woman. Now, there's a reason Wonder Woman wasn't on my hype list. I wasn't expecting it, no, but it's not on my hype list because we just got a cinematic trailer, and it was brief. It was a brief cinematic trailer. This game is probably years out from being made. It's not done yet. It was just a quick glimpse of who Wonder Woman was. I don't even think they showed her in full costume. It was just her hands and her wristband and her, like a snarl or something like that. So this game is far, far from being developed probably. We'll see more about it in the next few years. But it's exciting. It's exciting because it's WB and Monolith. Here's where the hype comes in. The hype comes in because Monolith, and I apologize, I'm shaking my camera here. Monolith is the team that was behind the Middle-earth saga. So we had the Middle-earth saga with WB, and Monolith were the ones who really brought that to life. Now, we've seen here recently where developers have had great games, CD Projekt Red, and have had hiccups after their great game. I don't want to see that with this game. So I want to see Monolith and WB take their time and really come up with a beautiful story for Wonder Woman. Number two, we have Alan Wake 2. Again, another cinematic. However, more recently, this studio had a lot of hype and success with a game very similar to Alan Wake 1. And that was Remedy Entertainment with Control. The people who are going to be over this sequel to Alan Wake 2, who said it's going to be more of a survival horror. The action gameplay trailer was kind of weird. It was cool, but it still looks like a survival horror, almost like what they did when they went back with Resident Evil to the Resident Evil roots in number 7. So I'm extremely interested to see what they do with Alan Wake 2. If it's anything like Control, you can bet it's going to be good. So we'll have to wait and see what Remedy Entertainment brings to the table. Number 3, Destiny 2 Expansion. If you are a Destiny 2 fan, awesome. That's good for you. You've got more content coming your way. It looks like my original guess was that it was a Destiny 2 knockoff. It's not a Destiny 2 knockoff. It is a Destiny 2 expansion. There's some kind of weird, like, Captain America shield in the action game where you can, like, throw it. I'm not a fan of expansions. I've never been a fan of expansions. It's what's kept me away from Destiny 2. I own it, but I do not buy expansions just because I can't justify paying more than $60 for a game that I've already paid $60 for just for them to keep half-baking ideas into it. Now, some people love the game for services. I'm not knocking it. I'm not going to knock you guys. That's your thing. You have fun with it. Enjoy it. But this just isn't me. Destiny 2, it's good. It's just one of those that I can't justify it. Slither Head. That was number 4. Slither Head was a kind of a big surprise for me. It starts out, they're like, oh, the first game from Silent Hill creator with a new studio. Oh man, this is crazy. There's this beautiful woman coming out of this alleyway, and you're like, oh, she's breathtaking. And what's this game going to be about? And then she turns out to be like some weird blood-sucking parasite straight out of a horror anime or something like that. Her head splits apart and she chases after the guy. Not going to lie. I feel like some weird things are going to come from this, but, maybe dying by a beautiful, spirited woman isn't such a bad way to go. I don't know. But it looks like an interesting game. I'm going to be interested to see where they go with this and to see what Silent Hill's going to go for. There were a lot of teasers of Silent Hill. There were a lot of teasers. So, could that be on the horizon? We'll find out. Number 5 was Nightingale. Nightingale, the game looks really cool. It's a fantasy game. It looked like some kind of first-person shooter where you build your own town, almost like a Fallout 4. Portals transport people to different fantasy areas. People want to go home and are looking for a way back. It really looks like a cool concept. There's a short gameplay that looked great. Survival crafting, kind of a la Dead by Daylight, that kind of thing. Or those old school games. It'll be interesting to see H1Z1. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. It looked co-op. I don't think it's going to be single player much. It's PC early access. I probably won't play it, but it looks like it's going to be a Microsoft included in Game Pass, and that's a great deal. There's a lot of great deals there for Microsoft Game Pass. Something to check out. Number 6, we had Lord of the Rings Gollum. Now, this is the Lord of the Rings game that nobody really wanted. Everyone was excited about the new RPG that was coming out. Unfortunately, I think they canceled it recently. But Lord of the Rings Gollum, it looks weird. There's no real gameplay. Probably stealth, decision-based game. I looked a little bit into the studio that's making it. They're a studio out of Germany. They're known for more point-and-click adventures, so if I'm a guessing person, it's going to be more of that style, point-and-click, solving puzzles, which I like, but I don't think many people wanted a game starring Gollum. So we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. Number 7, another little indie game that I think, it's cool if you're into indies, and hopefully it'll be on Game Pass, and a lot of people will get to play it. Somerville's cool aesthetic. Not much given besides it really looks cool. It's just got that cool vibe. It's one of those that it's going to be compared, rightfully so or wrongfully so, to Journey, one of the ones who first did it with the cool little indie vibe where you've got the cool aesthetic. So, Somerville, that's what it's probably going to be compared to. Not much more on that one. Number 8 was Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. Now, here's the deal with Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. I started to include it in my hype video. I did not because of confusion of, is this a sequel or was this DLC? I can confirm now it is a sequel, despite the name of DLC Island, which is a cute little, fun little game. They had me. I thought they were going to try and put a $60 expansion on it. No, it's a full second game. So I'm super excited about this game. I'm not including the hype because I didn't include it in the hype video. But Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course is going to be great. I think it's going to be more of the same. They started with a live orchestra, had it very hyped, a really cool a puppet display to kind of show the mixed gameplay trailer. Very fun. I think this is going to be a great game and a great sequel to the original. Will they have tougher bosses? Who knows? We'll find out. Number 9, Sonic Frontiers. It's another Sonic game. There's been people clamoring for another Sonic game. You got another Sonic game. Sonic Frontiers is coming. It was a cinematic trailer. It looks like there's going to be machine battles, running, all that kind of good stuff. I don't really know much more beyond that. But if you're a big Sonic fan, Sonic is back, and it's good to see. It's good for gaming, if you ask me. You got your big ones. You got Mario, you got Pokemon, you got Zelda, you've got Halo, you've got Sonic. Sonic is a staple in gaming, and it's good to see Sonic being healthy right now, especially with that Sonic 2 trailer, which is in my hype video. Okay, so yeah, I like Sonic. Number 10, you've got Chia. Again, this is one that I think was announced in E3, or maybe it was the Kind of Funny Game Showcase that I was watching. But Chia, you play as a little girl. You ride a boat around. You battle things and solve puzzles. You can take over animals, lanterns, any inanimate object. It looks kind of cool, like a cool little idea of a game. I'm interested to see how it plays. It kind of looks like that ant game where you were like fighting the ants and going underground and playing the multiplayer game graphics from a few years ago. It was a really good game that a lot of people play on Game Pass. If this is a similar route that this goes on Game Pass, I could see it being a pretty big success. So Chia, check it out. Number 11, we have Saints Row, the new Saints Row, the revamped series of Saints Row, I guess you could say. I'm not too excited about it. I'm not too hyped, and here's why. I was a big fan of the original Saints Row 1, 2, and 3, and I feel like this is a complete different direction that they're going. I don't know. I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to play this game because I have Game Pass. It's some Game Pass and GameFly, so it's something that I can get and play. But it's one of those that I really am disappointed with how it looks so far. It feels more like it tried to copy a lot of Watch Dogs 2. And I liked Watch Dogs 2, but I don't like Watch Dogs 2 if it's Saints Row, you know? So, if that makes sense. We'll see. I'm not optimistic, but I will give it a chance. So, until I play it, I can't really say how I feel about it. Besides that first reactions just aren't hype enough for me. Number 12, we have Dunespice Wars. Again, it's a strategy game. This is cool. If you like strategy games, awesome. I really don't have much idea besides that. The trailer was just a hand in space holding like spices, and it's like, this is your chance, blah, blah, blah. Again, if it's a Microsoft, it has Game Pass. It's a studio out of France that takes a lot of risks. They have a lot of special type games and stuff like that, anywhere from RPGs to point and clicks. And this is going to be published on Microsoft, so I'm expecting it on Game Pass. People can try it out from there, see if they like it. That's the power of Game Pass. I mean, really, this has become a trailer for Game Pass because it's amazing that we have all these games at our fingertips that we can just now play and try and not really have to worry about. And hopefully, when PlayStation gets theirs going, I have PlayStation Now right now, but when they combine that PlayStation Now with PS Plus, they'll have something that rivals Game Pass, and really it's just a win-win for gamers. It doesn't matter if you're PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, it doesn't matter, because this is just an awesome time to be a gamer. Number 13, we have Still Rising. It was a cinematic trailer, fantasy steam world. Robots are battling like people. They're kind of like robot people. It looks interesting. It's got a real Dishonored vibes. If you played the Dishonored world, real Dishonored vibes. Spiders is the game developers. They're the company that's developing it. They created a couple of names that you may remember, Greedfall and Bound by Flame. Now, these games weren't highly regarded, but they were games that people saw and were like, hey, these aren't too bad, because it was a smaller studio at the time. They were like, hey, these games aren't too bad. And they were often referred to as like a Soulsborne game. So, Soulsborne game. So, really interesting to see what they do with this Still Rising. I'm excited about it. We'll see how it is. The next game, number 14, is Star Trek Resurgence. Again, this was a Telltale game, and I'm a Telltale hype beast. Like, Telltale is my studio. But I felt like they missed the mark with this one. I felt like the real Telltale hype moment was the pre-show when they showed The Expanse. I didn't really feel like Star Trek Resurgence hit that mark for me. I'll have to look more into it. To me, it looked like, okay, we built The Expanse. The Expanse probably isn't as big as Star Trek. You know, everybody loves Star Trek, the big name ones. So now that we have The Expanse, why don't we just go ahead and cross over with Star Trek? And that's what hurt Telltale, and that's kind of why they went out of business, because they, year after year, they were cranking out these games, but they got a little repetitive in the format because they were taking and copying and pasting. Oh, we've got a fantasy genre over here. Well, let's just make that fantasy genre into 4 different games, right? We'll do Batman, Batman 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, and they'll all be kind of similar, but they'll all be different. So Telltale kind of shot themselves in the foot, and I'm afraid that's what they're doing with this one. We'll wait to see, but I still can't wait for The Expanse, and I will play this one, but I'm really excited about The Wolf Among Us 2. So we will have to wait for more on that. Number 15, we have Rumbleverse. It is the next game out of Epic Games Studios, the creators of Fortnite, right? Rumbleverse looks like Fortnite Battle Royale, except instead of Fortnite with guns and things like that, you are fighting with your fist, like a Royal Rumble Wrestling WWE Knockdown Dragout. Interesting, Fortnite style, pretty of tons of costumes probably. Same model if I'm a betting person. It's going to be the same model as Fortnite. Very similar structure. I think it could be a fun, fresh breath of air. We'll see how it goes for them. I mean, it's Epic Games. At this point, they can't do any wrong. So, we'll see how it goes. Plague Tale 2, number 16. I'm excited. I love Plague Tale 1. Plague Tale 1 brought a story that I think not many people were ready for, and I'm excited to get Plague Tale 2. Give it to me, and hopefully it builds on the first. I don't have much more to say besides that. Plague Tale is a great surprise, and Plague Tale 2, I think, will be another step in the right direction for that developer and that studio. This next one almost made my hype list. GTFO. Looks amazing. Zombie co-op, horror first-person shooter. Looks like a Call of Duty Zombies on crack. Something that looks really cool, really eerie, very scary. I'm not much of a scary person, that's why it doesn't make my hype list. But this one looks cool, and I'm not much of a co-op person, but this one looks like something that you could waste hours of time with your friends. So if you're big into multiplayer and you really like that kind of style, like that Call of Duty zombie style, this is going to be your game. I guarantee it. GTFO. Look out for it. And last but not least, we came in with The Matrix Awakens. It's live. Yay, that was the big surprise. You can play it right now at the end of the Game Awards. That's what everyone was saying. And they had streamers and influencers and everybody going and playing it saying, this is what next gen feels like. This is what next gen feels like. This is what next gen feels like. It's free. You have to try it out. I've not played it yet. I do have a PS5. I'm going to play it. It's actually going to be recorded and posted on my channel. I just haven't had the chance with my Miles Morales playthrough right now. But I will get the chance, and I am waiting to see for myself, is the hype real, or is this something that just they paid developers to hype up? Matrix 2, the new Matrix movie's here. Keanu Reeves is here. His co-star's here. We've got all these hype moments. Let's really end this with a bang, and this is what we're going to end it with. I don't know. I hope that's not the case, and I hope it really is great, but I'll let you guys know for myself. So that was the Game Awards 2021. What did you guys like? What didn't you like? What were you hoping for? Were you disappointed? I want to know what your thoughts and your feelings on the show were. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you guys felt. And as always, make sure that you tickle the like button. Make sure that you poke the subscribe button. And until next time, peace out, y'all.